This podcast includes adult themes, sexual content, and strong language. Basically, all the juicy stuff.
Yeah.
From a podcast studio in Johannesburg, South Africa, you are listening to What the Relationship?
What the relationship?
With your hosts, Candace and
Lungi. It's Lungi, baby.
It takes some time to, get back into the swing of
Yeah.
things. But yeah, guys, honestly, we are back. I know we always say this every episode, but personally, we are back for real
back,
this time. It's been 2021 has been a year and a half. It's been
A lot.
and not just like romantically
Yeah.
wise, but like emotionally, physically, spiritually,
Mentally?
financially,
Mentally?
politically, everythingly. It's just been
Manically.
manically. It's just been
A lot. It's been a lot.
a lot. But we hope that this year we can at least just remain consistent in providing our stories about love, shenanigans, crazy things.
Have
But
some
honestly,
redemption.
honestly,
Some
really,
redemption.
honestly, hopefully it can be a better year romantically.
Hey.
Hey.
No, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
It's a lot. But I think,
Wow.
this episode really just serves as a moment to just reflect on what 2021 has been for us romantically. And I think what has
what
been,
it wasn't.
Oh, and that as well.
Let's
But
do
also
that.
just like, what were the craziest love stories we've either encountered ourselves or heard of? There's a lot that I want to unpack personally, just from like a third party. But Dr. Shiabata.
Hey. Doctor. If that's what you want to call
And
yourself.
the essence Shiabata stands for scammy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was very shook.
I was
really
shook at how many women.
So
How many?
So many. And to the point that those women also decided to create their own WhatsApp group so that they can find justice.
Because what the hell? What the fuck, you guys?
This man.
No.
This whole individual has done the most. So to put context to who Dr. Shiabata is to the
Yes,
listeners.
please.
So I only found out who Dr. Shiabata was through Lesego Tlabi's Instagram stories, right? So she usually every Monday does like these relationship check-in question things. And her one question that Monday was like, what is your craziest scam and love story? Hey!
And the
usually-
answers were rolling.
there were a lot. And usually her topics will range from very serious to very comedical. But this one, like, I think started off very, like, funny. And then it turned out to be very, like, whoa.
Very
now
legal. Very
sensing-
legal things happening here.
We're sensing a pattern
Hey,
with the same person. Let's understand what's going on here.
please explain to us.
So she hosts an Instagram live, and a lot of women like were commenting, but then also a lot of women came up to share their stories. At least 3 women came up to share their stories, and I think the 4th one was sort of like a financial justice expert to say what they can do to recover their money.
Okay.
But essentially, who Dr. Shiabata is he is a qualified doctor who happens to be from Ghana, and he is on Tinder, Bumble, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Right? And what he does is he actually targets rich, successful black women from the ages ranging 30 and up.
Okay.
So on Tinder, he has a different name to what he has on Bumble.
Okay. To what he has on
And,
Hinge. To what he has on...
exactly.
So is his LinkedIn the real?
I don't even know.
Like,
I don't even know.
Is that his real name on LinkedIn?
I
or-
don't even know.
Okay.
But when I tuned into, I think it was the 3rd lady testifying, and her story was honestly the most funniest. Like,
Wait,
So,
quick question. Sorry.
yeah.
So all 3 women, same man. 1 man,
Yes.
3 women.
yes, but it's
Jesus
not what you think it is in terms of like
Okay. No, I'm very interested to know
and
what
this
these
man
stories are.
has been everywhere. Like UK, he's been here in Joburg, he's been everywhere. And there was one lady, her name is Hazel, who came up, testified
Cool.
from the UK. She's a doctor. So I just came in as she was leaving, and then I forgot the lady's last name who came in. And her story just blew me away.
Please, I'm ready.
In the space of 2 days.
Okay.
Tuya daga.
Da.
Guys, Africans, please. Tuya da. Okay?
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
Okay? This man showed her flames.
But also 48 hours.
Friend.
Sissy. Okay, I'm
Friend.
so ready to hear.
So she met him obviously on Bumble. And then the first date was at Gourmet Grocer in Birdhaven. So it's literally right by, you know where James and Ethel Gray Park is, by Melrose Arch?
Okay,
But the
Melrose Arch.
suburb area of Melrose Arch,
Okay,
yes.
so she wasn't in the UK at the time. They
No.
weren't
This
in
is
the
this
UK.
is the third.
She was.
This is the third lady. The second lady was Hazel from the UK. The
Oh,
third
okay,
lady.
okay,
She was
cool.
based in Joburg.
Sure.
So she's explaining, like, you know, who she is, what she does. Like, she is a boss lady of note.
Yes.
Drives a nice car. Did her masters in Colombia. You know, like proper stuff, right? So they met on Bumble. They went to the Gourmet Grocer in Birdhaven. We're plugging Gourmet Grocer. I've been there. Really good food. Very healthy, you know, food. If you want to eat a burger but not feel bad about the calories.
Yeah, because that's the tip I
Hey,
want this year, actually.
Gourmet Grocer is the plug, right? So they had a nice date, and she's explaining, and this guy's just talking about, every time she talked about her qualifications, he would always be like, yeah, my dad also went to Colombia and he studied there. And
Oh, he's
yeah,
a one-upper.
You know, yeah, he's a one-upper. He's a one-upper.
Ew.
But he's also like, you know, fishing for information to understand, like, so what are your qualifications? What do you drive? Where do you stay?
What do you drive?
He wants
Why-
to know. Because he'll be like, yeah, I drive a Range Rover. Oh, you know, like, but very cash. You're not thinking twice about it because this man's flexing.
No, I'm thinking twice. I'm definitely thinking twice. Anytime anybody asks me about what
do you
I drive, where I live,
Listen.
you just met me. Why do you want to know that?
Hey, but
What is that going
in
to
her
do for
eyes,
you
she's like,
here
okay, this
in
guy's
the state now?
explaining he's a doctor, you know, and he's got a business in e-commerce website. You know, he's doing things, right? You know, well traveled, well educated. He's a doctor, so you're obviously gonna be like, oh, he also drives a Range Rover. Man is from Ghana. He hits you with that British accent first because he wants to tell you that, you know, he's from all that, you know, sharp. So she's like, okay, you know, she's enticed. She's enticed.
Of course.
And she realizes that, you know, this guy, he's nice because he's doing all the things and saying all the right things.
How old is
and I
he, by
think
the way?
you see, this is the thing. His age changes now, right? So it's to others it's 30, to others it's 35, to others it's 40, depending on who you are, right?
For sure, he has children on children.
We don't know. We just don't know about Dr. Shea Bay. Okay, so sharp. They have a walk in the park. Everything is nice. At some point, you know, she mentioned that she was at a restaurant with a friend at Proud Mary. He even came through in scrubs. You know, legitimate. You know, he looked like he just came and he was just sitting down. The friend was so excited to meet, you know, this potential Dr. Bay. And then she even alluded to, at some point, that she started talking about their sex life. And I won't even lie.
Wait.
I was defeated.
Pause. What happened to the 2 days? The 48
This is still
hours?
2 days. It's been the 2
How?
days.
Wait, what?
Listen,
What
friend,
is
people
this?
can
What's
have
going on?
people can have very long dates. Your dates can
What
extend.
is going on here?
Your dates can extend. You know, isn't it? You now say, oh, after the walk in the park, let's go to my place, Milovo.
Wait,
you know?
so Gourmet Grocer was a lunch date or a breakfast date?
I don't even know, friend. She's
Because
just
we had
explaining.
lunch and we are walking. Okay, because I thought Gourmet Grocer was at dinner, and then you said
No,
walk,
friend.
and I was
Gourmet
like,
Grocer
okay, lunch.
is mostly a breakfast lunch place. I don't know what you're doing
Okay.
today for dinner. Like,
Okay,
what's going
cool.
on.
So we're walking, and
Yeah.
then we're having sex, and then
Yeah, but the way she described the sex via sound effects was.
oh no. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
So
Oh
she
no.
goes, she was like, so it was toof, toof, toof.
2-minute man? What's going on? Oh,
Wait, it's
no.
not, because, usually it's clove, right? Clove. That
Yes.
implies that things are cloving.
Yes.
Things are slapping.
She went
Like,
toof.
she
That's
went
like,
toof,
that's
toof,
in,
toof.
that's in fine
That
print.
toof implies that...
It was in fine print. That thing was in, that dick print was fine print. That's what that was.
And at some point in her conversation with the she was like, you know what? At some point, as being a woman, I was going to stand by the fact that I would deal with this. If we started dating, and I'll stand by my man.
I can't.
But
If there's one thing,
when she just kept on going, it was a soup. I was defeated. So, and these are the questions that people were asking in the live. Like, okay, so besides the scammery, was the sex at least good? And she just said it was toof. And I think we got enough that we need to get right. But besides that, I think what is just so fascinating for me was that this man has been known to get into relationships with women, go to their houses, see what they have, and steal their items. And then that e-commerce...
Oh, you a klepto.
That e-commerce website he mentions that he...
don't fucking
he has
lie.
is the space that he sells the stuff on. So you realize, oh, my Rolex is missing. And then you go on the e-commerce website, it shows on that website.
God.
Like,
what?
This lady was saying that she had a date with him at Rosebank, and she wanted to use, and she had 200 rand in her bag, and she wanted to use it to either, I don't know, like get something.
Yeah, maybe
After
like
the
a
date,
milk and bread or something.
After the date, the 200 rand was not there. So this man
That's
is
so
known to steal women's possessions and money.
That is crazy.
So he falls in love with you, or he pretends that he's falling in love with you, and then he scams you. And luckily for this lady, she didn't fall in love because her friend...
Because it was 2
her
days.
friend was like, oh, I know this guy. My friend dated this guy. Spoke to the friend that dated, and she's like, don't date this guy. I'll even add you to the WhatsApp group. There's a whole WhatsApp group just for Dr. Shea Bay.
Wow.
For me, that was perhaps the most craziest thing I've encountered, because you know why? I felt like at some point they're describing a Netflix show.
Dude.
This sounds like a documentary that you...
Wait. You said he was a doctor.
Yeah.
Where does he find the time? What kind of doctor is this? What does he do?
This was
what
trending on Twitter.
doctoring is this where you have time to be going
Scamming
over
people
to people's places
when you should be
when you
saving
have time
lives?
for an e-commerce website? Are you not saving lives, sir?
Listen.
Are you kidding me?
Listen.
No.
It's bad. It's bad.
No, it's...
So for me, I was just like, guys, Mjolo is an extreme sport.
No, that is very extreme. I've never heard of anything like this in my life. Because I thought, because everything about Lesotho's story that day was about, women, men asking for money, like, I need help with 1, 2, 3, and then you send it.
Right.
But this,
right?
No.
A whole,
I'm flabbergasted.
Listen, just go on Sekotlabi's Instagram, and it's called Romcon. Okay,
Yeah, because he is a rom-con.
And just watch it. Like,
wow.
And just go to like 30 minutes or so, and you'll see flames. Like this man, and it's the same alibi. I live in Ilovo, I drive a Range Rover, and he always wants to know like what it is that you're studying in particular, so that he can also like enroll in the same program. Or
I'm sorry,
just like it's weird.
How are you a doctor and you're, dude?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Where's the time?
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's my biggest thing, because as soon as you said doctor and then you said con, I was like, something's not adding up here.
You can't.
Not because doctoring is what it is, but because doctoring, you have no time.
You know?
Literally, you have no time.
So yeah, child, that was the craziest situation I've listened to or encountered. I think compared to what 2021 was, I just think like to wrap up the year and have people actually say, I ended my year with a guy almost conning me.
Yeah.
Like she was like, in December we're chatting, and then I was like, after. Yeah.
No, but he already conned her by taking that 200 rand in her. Also, that's so like, it's so ugh. Because
it's
he
like
reached his hand in
my
her
bag.
purse. Ah, ew. That is disgusting. That makes me feel like.
Oh yes, and then the craziest thing. This is when the story
gets worse.
Is that he says he's a doctor that works at Netcare, but he also works for MSF, which is Doctors Without Borders, right?
Okay.
Now Doctors Without Borders are now investigating the issue because he's essentially putting the brand in disrepute.
Exactly. So, is there any update on that?
I don't know what the update is.
Because wow,
I just watched this IG live today.
Wow, it seems like men are turning, or maybe, their gold digger ways are coming into light. Let me say it like that. Their gold digger ways are coming into light.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting because on social media, you always hear of, women love money. Oh, women are such gold diggers. When we all know
it's actually they're men.
I bet you the messiest bitch you know is a man.
100%. One thing men will do is gossip. You know, have you ever had gossip from men?
Messy. Wow.
Talk about pillow talk. Don't say it's men.
Men.
Yo, guys, men will make it known.
Men.
And I can understand. And I think a part of me was so shocked at the fact that this guy has been out here in the streets doing this for so long, it seems. And I was like, you know what, but I get it. Because if someone had to report their story on, like, Twitter, people would drag them and be like, why would you? Not actually putting the emphasis on the fact that the guy is in the wrong.
Yes.
So the fact that they created a WhatsApp group and they're all actively seeking justice. To just say this guy either needs to pay us back or he needs to be jailed.
For connery, thievery,
scammery.
They're scamming.
They're scamming.
That's so crazy.
Because you're taking advantage. At least then start a show on Mojo Love.
The thing is also, like, what we've seen is because women are so, like, we're taught to be private and shameful about things. These things come out late, when it's very, very late. And now it's just like, you should have said in the beginning. But now we must be scammed with our monies.
Hey.
Okay.
Honestly. I think there's certain elements where, you know, they're often people who want to keep their relationships private, right? But I feel like if there's been a form of injustice that has occurred in your relationship, seek the right form of, like, recourse to say, listen, this person did this, they scammed me, or they took my money, or they abused me, and I'm following the necessary procedures to get the justice that I need, right? Because I think there is some form of responsibility you have in informing potential lovers.
Yes, future.
To say, hey, this one, not this one. I just, guys.
But then how do you then put your feelings aside, your emotions aside, and be like, yo, I'm so mad right now, but I need to put that aside to sort this out because this is a lot.
Girl.
Heartbroken and stolen from.
Ew,
that's crazy.
That is the pits.
Rather be heartbroken, but and the money. No.
Rather mess with my heart, but not my money.
Not the money. Not
the
money.
Not the money.
Not the money.
And we're not talking about missing my money. About actual, like, shalete, like ZAR, euro, pounds.
Like chankoras.
You know what I'm saying? Aye.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That almost makes me feel better for my situation because it was just a
your
date.
Situation?
It was literally just a date because I have mentioned it before.
Yeah.
It was literally one date. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Old ass man. I'm saying old because, like, I'm in my mid-20s and he was in his mid-30s.
Okay.
So this man, I met him in 2020 at some bar, I guess.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go out.
Okay.
We didn't. 2020 happened the way it happened. Then we actually ended up meeting in 2021, end of 2021.
Okay.
On an app on
How
one
long
of
was the
apps.
talking stage?
There was no talking stage.
Okay,
So, no,
okay,
like
okay, 'cause
we,
I'm like,
no. Oh,
Hell to the now. To the now.
hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
No. There was no talking stage. No, he got my number.
Okay.
We just, like, it dwindled for, like, he got my number. We chatted for, like, a week, and then it dwindled.
Right.
And then I was on one of the apps.
Okay.
And then we met on the apps, and I was like, oh, hey.
That's you. I know you. What's
Right?
going on? Yeah.
We have to go out now.
Right.
That was him.
Yeah.
That was him.
The
We
energy's
have
coming from
to.
him.
We have to
Right.
go out now.
Fair.
We have to. We have to go out.
Yeah.
Cool. So, we were supposed to go out on the Friday, and he
Yeah.
was too tired. He was like, "Oh, you can come over to my place. I'll cook for you." I was like, "It's okay. You can just rest. We can go tomorrow." He's like, "Okay, no, that's fine, but we can't postpone this time. Cannot."
He was adamant that
He was
very,
very,
listen,
very adamant.
we want
very,
twins.
very adamant.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, Saturday happens, the date happens.
Okay.
Now we are having the date.
Right.
The date is going well.
Okay.
Sort of.
Right.
I won't
There were
mention the
multiple
other.
orange
there were
flags.
multiple orange flags.
Turning into red slowly.
Multiple orange flags.
Okay.
Now, it's about time. Like, okay, this is, there's a yellow flag, and then there's an orange flag,
Right.
and a red flag.
Right.
So yellow flag should have been for me is when we kept ordering drinks and no
Okay.
food was being suggested.
So,
But okay.
what are you trying to do?
And I'm not the type of person to be like, so are we gonna get food soon? Like,
Yeah.
no, you called me here. So I am taking your lead in this. You are supposed to be the showrunner for
No,
this
me
thing.
personally, I would say,
Because the thing is-
I would say, listen, do you want to deal with Hangry Candace or not?
Fair. That's very fair. But,
Angry Candace.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, drinks are just drinks. We're just drinking.
Okay.
We're drinking. It's been 2 hours. We're still drinking. And we have to now move from the outside to the inside because it started raining.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
And we are carrying on drinking. There's no food being ordered. So now I just get tired. I'm just like, it's time to go. Like,
Yeah.
I had even ordered an habli. Habli.
Yes, so that you can fill in, yeah.
I was like, okay, Habli, cool, because there was a nice rooftop with a view vibe, so it needed the Habli experience. Do not
Right.
come for me. All you people who like coming for Habli people, please leave me alone.
What's wrong with Habli now?
No, a lot of people always say, oh, Habli lovers love Habli. You guys take it everywhere. You smoke it everywhere.
As if we have it in our bag.
You
and
know
if
what
we
I'm
open
saying?
it at eyeball, guys, please.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So cool. Now we're kind of ending off the date.
Okay.
Right? And then he says, oh, I've had this rule for 3 years. I don't pay for first dates.
Oh, okay, so this is 2021. So from 2019.
Yes.
So what sparked this idea?
Because women are trash.
Okay.
According to him, women are trash.
Okay.
So I'm just like, I'm usually very animated, right? I'm
Yeah.
sure you
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
But I had all the strength.
And
from
the habili.
I had all the strength
Yeah.
to just be like, really?
Oh.
Even this date? And he was like, even this date? I was like, okay, so what happens when you have to pay for the date? And he's like, then we'll never see each other again. And I'm like, rather, thanks. Thank you very much. Now, you would think that he paid for the entire bill, right? No, he didn't. He got the bill. He was like, I'll pay for the drinks, you'll pay for the habli. Wow. And just to like tie the knot, just a pretty bow on it. When I finally saw the bill, it totaled to 666. And I was like,
This
Thanks,
is a
God.
sign, universe.
Thanks. I should have left a long time ago. I should have left. And I think that was the last of my like online dating dates. I was just for a while even I even stopped smoking hubbly because I was like, I
What's in the words? No ways.
no guys, no. So 2021 for me, romantically, that should be the trailer for my romantic life for 2021 because that's what it was. That's what it was.
A whole movie.
A whole movie.
There's no ways.
Ways.
I just...
It doesn't make sense, but it like this is a grown man we're talking about. Like I said, mid-30s, I am mid-20s.
Because it's different if you're trying to joke about it and say...
You know what I'm saying?
You know, like, women are JK, I obey. But he seems very resolute in saying that genuinely women are trash and therefore I will never pay for dates.
That's the thing, because I thought, cool. I thought we were having banter, right? Throughout the whole date.
Right.
I thought we were having banter because, like, that's how I talk anyway, naturally with anyone. I talk in banter with anyone.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being a decent human being, I am a decent human being. Like, when things have to happen, I make them happen. I'm not going to, if I call you up for a date, I'm going to pay for the date.
Right.
If you call me up for the date, you pay for the date. Why does it have to be a dispute, right? Why do we have to live out men being trash like that? But then again, wow.
You know, and I think there's this whole notion of the fact that men conflate chivalry and feminism and patriarchy because they'll say, okay, so you're a feminist. Do you want me to pay for the date? Like, if I pay for the date,
I'm a feminist.
Are you still going to be a feminist? Yes. If I open the door for you, are you still going to be a feminist? Not understanding that chivalry is just you being a respectful lad. Like, you are showing your respect and your romance through a simple gift of, I'll pay, I'll show up, I'll open the door for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My feminism doesn't heat itself when you do those things. My feminism is a part of me. It's like you saying, when you step into the sun, my eyes. I don't know. Like, you can't remove something that is a part of you, something that you identify as. So this whole notion of the fact that, like, yeah, I don't pay for dates because if you're a feminist, I won't pay for dates, and therefore, if I pay for dates, you won't be a feminist. That makes no sense.
To make it worse, it's not just first dates. He said, it's the first
all days,
90 days. He was doing the 90-day rule with me.
Where did he get this nonsense from?
I never.
You know what? Also, what's been very concerning, and what's something I've learned in 2021. I discovered this really weird content creator by the name of Kevin Samuels.
Oh my God!
So maybe he got it from there.
Not him. Ari Lennox said to y'all, "Tell me why a grown man's so childish."
Dude.
Always in Kevin Samuels' comments. Because that guy is like...
And you know what's interesting? A friend of mine told me that Kevin Samuels actually doesn't stand by the views he purports on his YouTube channel. He just does it purely for the content and to get
that makes a lot of sense,
right? But at some point, you then have to realize that the views that you are creating do have some form of substance to those who believe it.
Exactly.
And they will still continue to believe it.
Same as Derek Jackson.
I don't even know who that is, but it sounds very. It's when your names are the first, when your first name and your last name is the first name. I already know your problem.
The thing is,
Derek Johnson, Kevin Samuels.
So even that Jackson is not spelled Jackson; it's spelled with an X. N Jackson. Cool. He is one of the men that like promote being manly. You know, not being. Like being a good man, being a stand-up guy, you know, being a proper man, you know, being a well-serving man of society, being an upstanding man, like a man's man, a good man, you know, romantic man, you know, take your girl out, whatever, take care of your woman in right? Then we find out that this man has been sleeping with many women's, and his wife is now standing by him, hold hand in hand, just like, no, we are getting through this together. So men like Derek Jackson and Kevin Samuels are just like it's all very comical, but it's all very real because men actually believe in that.
They do, and
They
I think
actually believe it.
there was in as much as I love the platform for its entertainment value, it is becoming a little bit dangerous. There was a TikTok thing that this lady did where she was like, do a TikTok of all the problematic men who have a podcast, because someone tweeted to say when men are problematic when they are bold and they're straight and they have a podcast. That combination in itself, right? And so she did this TikTok combination of saying, she was talking about, yes, as a high value man, you shouldn't date a low value woman. And then she did another TikTok where she was stitching the content from these podcasts in her podcast. And she was like, this is wild because everything I said in my previous TikTok is actually being said in actual podcasts.
No, it is.
It's
that whole high value, low value, what. I don't know
what does that
people
mean?
Became like this because what
does that mean? What does that mean?
This is all about, like, to me, from where I'm standing, it's all very classist.
I think so.
It's all very like, the thing that I see is classism. Just across the board classism. Just an all around, I am better than you, so I don't need you. Like, I'm the shit, you are not.
Okay.
That's how I see it. That's how I'm registering it,
right?
Because why aren't you just taking care of yourself? Why aren't you looking at yourself? Why aren't you going to the gym for yourself? Why aren't you upping your skills for yourself? Why are you
So this notion of the high value, low value, what I only came across it last week when I was watching my friend's stream, and his friend that he was playing with was talking about the whole notion of high value, low value, what. So I entered the stream, I greeted, and then he's like, oh, Candice, you're the only woman who's been in the stream. Can you answer this question? Like, would you date a low value guy?
Okay, what's
and I was like, what's that? Because to which my response was, I feel that everyone would value their own values as high.
Yes.
So we prioritize our values differently. So my values
are not the same as my values,
but they will be high to you, and mine would be high.
Exactly.
But so you see, so who is sort of like the
who
governing body
to
determine what is low and what's high? And I think this whole notion of saying that a low value woman is someone who seems to rely on a man to do everything for her, in terms of paying for everything, in terms of, and I was like, okay. But then there's also this whole argument of the fact that there's some men who don't like independent, strong women, and that she must be submissive.
Yes.
So this whole conundrum of what values are, and it's being espoused in like these podcasts and on TikTok, and I just worry because I feel like there's no understanding of self. Like, we're not actually saying, okay, I reviewed this content, but according to me, and what I want for myself, I know that this is, BS, or I see a little bit, but I don't agree with everything.
That's the thing.
We all just watch one video and we're like, I agree completely. There's no form of like actual critical engagement to say, how does something that has a major impact in my life impact me like completely? Like, how does this topic sway my perceptions? And it shouldn't sway it completely. Like, you shouldn't become robotic.
So that exactly what you said, and the fact that I want to go back to low value women being women that want men to pay for them. There's this thing where people aren't going for people like them.
Yeah.
They go for people that do something completely different, and then they want to change those people, which I don't understand at all. Like, if I want someone who is like a man of the woods, like
Right.
very handy man who is always going to be building projects and what. And then I go for a man that like is very soft, who likes being in the kitchen and being like, no, you're a man, you're supposed to be out in the shed building what, you're a low value man. That, to me, there was no critical thinking applied there. Like,
Yeah.
I went for someone who is not my type,
Right.
and I'm forcing them to be my type. Why are you not going for your type? Why aren't people going for their types? Because it's not wrong if a man wants a woman who wants to be taken care of, and it's
Yeah.
not wrong for a woman to want a man to take care of her.
Exactly.
Similarly to how if a woman wants to be 50-50 and a man wants to be 50-50, cool. Different strokes for different folks. But everyone is just like, no, you need to be this, you need to be
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
How? Guys, that means
Like,
we must all be
and
grey blobs.
aren't we, exactly, and aren't we sort of like the generation that is trying to defy the norms and what
Exactly.
things should be? Like, we're defying heteronormity. Like, we're trying to just defy like things that we find to be very isolationist and restrictive in our identities, right? We can refer to the LGBTQIA
Exactly.
movement, and so why are we still having those form of like ideas when it comes to relationships? Because at the end of the day, like you said, like everyone has their own different preferences. And I think was I watching the show, it's called Sex, Love and Goop on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Even there, you realize that like sexuality is a spectrum, but you also realize that people's relationships and preferences are very different.
Yes.
And I think why I personally, and I'll stand by this, I love shows, I love channels like TLC, right, where they will expose the most ridiculous. It might be ridiculous to you, but to them, it's normal for them, because the whole notion of what is normal and what is seen as, it's essentially dismantling that.
Yes.
So I love watching that content where things are being dismantled in a way where you're like, someone is, like, for instance, there's this weird show called I'm Living with My Wife and My Ex-Wife.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on TLC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's on TLC. Right. And
I'm interested.
I think the title explains itself, right? The guy will be with his ex-wife in their house or a new house, but he's getting married, or he hasn't been married to his new wife, and now it's just sort of like navigating their entangled situation.
So wait, okay.
But do you see?
Are they roommates?
I
the
don't
ex-wife?
know, but it works for them and they're happy. So that is,
They're okay. If
think
they're happy,
I think that's how it comes off as, right?
hey, no.
That's how it comes off. They're happy. I guess often producers will drive up some form of drama,
Obviously.
but they all consented to the notion that I'm getting married to this man, although he's still living with his ex-wife.
Knowing full and well,
or they're
and
still
you are
living with their
fine.
partner.
Same with polygamy, mnagwetu. Same. Y'all are happy. Cool.
And that, I feel like, should be the only premise that matters. You are
If you're
happy in a
happy,
relationship.
As long as you're happy,
If you're happy, clap your hands, and that is okay, right? So now when we start having these Kevin Samuels and these Derek Ondondons and these John Smiths and whoever come in and start to, again, perpetuate this whole notion of what a normal relationship or what a relationship should look like, do you not then just feel like it's just perpetuating that whole standard of like,
you're not
norm.
normal.
Yeah.
I'm normal. I know what's right.
because
You are
eventually
wrong.
it'll be the
How?
same. Exactly. It'll be the same Kevin Samuels and Don Dons will say, you know what, interracial relationships are disgusting, or, you know, because they will come up with some crazy notion and then there'll be a movement that's supporting and backing that, when the whole notion should be love is love, and whatever works for that specific couple works for that specific couple.
Yes. Love
You
is
know?
love unless you are loving an animal.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
Let's just get that one
Yeah,
straight.
love is love.
Unless
you're loving an animal.
that's
Unless
because
you're
there's a lot. I've heard a lot.
Love
Hey,
is love.
I've heard a lot.
Unless you are R. Kelly, because what R. Kelly was doing was
Exactly.
whack.
Pedophilia, bestiality.
Yay.
No.
Please. Scammery.
Scammery.
No.
No.
Like, we don't have
No.
time. We don't have
No.
time.
Love is love, except for those three things.
Hey.
Okay.
Honestly.
Oh, 4
What's the
objects. You know, there's a person that married their TV, right?
Wait.
Americans are so weird, dude.
Wait, and I also remember this a video where this guy is in a relationship with his imaginary girlfriend.
Oh.
But in that, I'm like, love is love. Maybe you find contentness in... You know what? Listen.
I'm not going to go into that one.
Listen. All I can say right now is that when it comes to just dictating what the standards of relationships should be like, and I mean Twitter...
No, the thing is, if you're taking relationship advice from Twitter,
what are you doing?
Nah,
so
don't be dumb.
The topic last week was y'all are disclosing each other's income to each other. Why?
You see again,
and
that's
I'm like, surely you should.
No. For me, it's not even a thing of surely you should, surely you shouldn't. It's up to
the partner.
As the couple, it is up to you.
I agree. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Because
I think I just come from a background where transparency is very key. And so I will disclose to my partner that for the specific campaign I'm earning this, or for the specific project I'm earning this. And he will do the same. That's fine, right? But I think what got weird was when people were starting to devalue the relationships where people are disclosing. And it's like, no, but what if people are happy? Like, let people decide what they want to do. Like,
no, but why are they devaluing it?
That's what I genuinely feel like. And as much as I love the platform, Twitter has become that. Like, when people start posting anything regarding, like, oh, he got me this, or he did this, or she did that, or he didn't do that, or they did this, or they didn't do it. It becomes like, it's like it's a regulation body. Like, it's like, guys, they are happy. I always refer to that video of where the guy bought his bae a Ferrero Rocher.
Okay.
And she was so happy. And I was like, that is it. That is fine. Why are we now saying, oh, you should have done better? He could have... No.
What's better?
She's happy.
She's happy. If she's happy, she's happy. If she wanted... Because there's this TikTok trend, stitch this with something that your man has done for you that made you see that you've been accepting bare minimum, right? Mm-hmm. And it's ranging from many things. But the one that stuck to me the most was this woman, like, she goes to sleep every night, and every night at midnight or like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., she gets up and she goes to the fridge and she eats a green apple every night. It's just something that she does. Just weird ass thing, but she does it. Cool.
Right.
Now, she noticed, the guy noticed that, and then she had to go over to his place and sleep over.
Okay.
So she was there, and then he had left for like a few minutes. He was gone for like a while. She went to sleep and he was gone. He was like gone. Came back, come to find, dude went to the shops to go get green apples. Because she was there, and he was like, I didn't want you to wake up in the middle of the night
and
without having your green apple.
Sweet. So then
there's no Rolls Royce involved.
Thank you.
There's no like
it's
phone
the
involved.
Thoughtfulness applied to the specific scenario
and
specific
that
apple.
is the thing. That
Honestly.
is the thing. When it comes to relationships, you must know your person.
Exactly.
But people want other people to know their people.
Yay.
Now we must all know your person.
And then people assume that they know the person that is tweeting that I just got a Ferrero Rocher, I'm so happy. And then people are like, that's nothing. No, you don't know. To me, it's everything.
Exactly. But also, I just want to say about the money thing, because the money thing is very tricky, hey? It's very tricky because I feel like we need to be on one accord financially.
Right.
As people, not as people, as a couple, we need to be on one accord financially.
Okay.
Because a lot of us come from different financial backgrounds. With that said, we come from different financial education as well. Some of us didn't learn how to budget when we were younger. So it affects us as adults. Some of us learned how to budget. Some of us learned about investing. Some of us like had to work for our money. We had to be, I don't know, selling fudge.
Honestly.
As children, so it taught you whatever. So there's a lot that happens. So these are things that you have to like talk to your partner about, guys. Just simple thing. Just talk to your person.
Just literally talk and get Like,
just talk to your person.
Don't let other external factors drive what your relationship should be. I think this is something that I learned last year, is that I was often looking at what social media is saying. You know, if he hasn't gotten you 100 roses, does he? You know, and it's just like,
do you want 100 roses?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I just want a caring, thoughtful person that shows up in a different way compared to what society is saying.
Exactly.
And I think it varies from couple to couple. And we are at least the podcast that says whatever works for you and your bae and your person, that's fine. All we come and do is we just share the most craziest, funniest, insightful love story, because often relationships be
relationshiping.
They be doing the most. It be what the relationshiping really bad. What they are. So we honestly, like, just to remind our listeners and new listeners, because you know that the potential of new listeners for 2022 is real.
Yes.
That we are
welcome.
We're not a podcast that will indoctrinate you into believing something. But all that we are is just a podcast that shares really funny and relatable stories.
Yeah.
And I think that's always important. And I think also from I think often majority of our people that we bring on or the experiences that we share are Black women. And the Black woman's story or narrative is often the least heard or the least, validated.
Yes.
So I think it's important to have this platform where we can openly share our experiences, laugh, cry about it, laugh again, because
it's funny. It is funny.
It be doing the most.
It's very funny. I'm definitely laughing now at my relationships.
Listen, and I think for me personally, I just think that more than anything, this year's a bit better and it's a bit softer and kinder. Yes. Because honestly, I can't deal with another heartbreak. No, guys.
It will not happen. It's definitely not going to happen. I'm saying no to that. Also, I'm saying no. When I see red flags, out.
Honestly.
On the first one.
Listen.
I am out.
Listen.
I'm out. I've already practiced that, so I'm very proud of myself.
We're practicing boundaries
very proud of myself.
Very, very real. But yeah, I personally am excited for this year. I think this is going to be the year where we're just going to show up, even if we have nothing to record and nothing to talk about. We'll still record.
Yeah.
We'll still be consistent, and that is a promise to old listeners and new listeners for What the Relationship. And we also have Lungi as our new host.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I really hope you guys like me, because
no, we do. And like I said, I'm very intentional of having Black women share their stories.
Yeah,
I think that is very important. And I think going forward, we're just going to have fun with it, Yeah. I'm not trying to be the best podcast or the number one podcast. I'm just trying to share stories. And I'm trying to just validate people's experiences, whether it be good or bad.
Yeah,
we're just creating that space.
I'm very excited. And thank you very much for bringing me on,
girl.
Very excited.
When we had you for our test episode that actually didn't make it because technical difficulties. I was just like the flow and
the conversations,
the charisma.
Thank you.
The uniqueness.
So much.
The talent. Everything was just amazing. So I'm really excited. And I think what I'm actually really excited for is, and I always just want to tell our listeners what's going on in our lives. So next week Thursday, we're going to a speed dating
experience. I'm so excited.
We are going to speed dating experience.
So excited. I've never been a participant. I've held a speed dating thing.
Okay.
So I've never been I'm going to be a participant for the first time, so I'm very excited.
I've never been to speed dating.
Very excited.
But I'm very excited the fact that we're going to be in this space. Mm-hmm. Now, my only concern is that I'm very worried about...
About what?
The location's called something the Bums, right?
It's not at a bad place.
I know it's not bad.
It's not a good place.
But it's 4 ways. So I am probably going to meet a boot fighter. who drives something Ford ST and wears a white beater. I know for a fact.
Kana 4 ways niggas.
Listen.
What did Foyin say? She said,
out of
why
all
would you think
your soulmate is from 4 ways?
Yeah, why would you think he's there?
And I don't know why we're doing this, but we're doing it for content.
I'm very excited.
Content, guys.
I'm very excited.
So I'm really excited to bring that episode. We're going next week Thursday, and I think we'll share our experiences on the 2nd of Feb, and the episode will be up on the Thursday, the 3rd of Feb, just to start the love month. But I'm really excited. I honestly, I won't tell you guys like how nervous but excited I am to be in conversation with 4 ways boots.
But
honestly,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's going to be a lituation.
Very lit, eh? Very lit.
And you see, I'm really turned off by that accent.
Very lit.
Yo, oh my God, I'm tired. But anyway, I always forget how, after not recording for a while, I always forget like how we. Oh yes, I remember. There we go. But anyway, you know what to do. Subscribe, like,
follow us,
comment,
share,
do all the things that YouTubers, followers, all the things that people do when you're on social media. And we will see you in the next episode. But from me, Candace,
and me, Lungi,
we are out. Bye.
Bye.